thoroughly in heart prepared for trials of faith. Under date July the 28th, 1874, Mr. Müller wrote, "It has for months appeared to me as if the Lord meant by His dealings with us to bring us back to that state of things in which we were for more than 10 years, from August 1838 to April 1849, when we had day by day, almost without interruption, to look to Him for our daily supplies, and for a great part of the time from meal to meal. The difficulties appeared to me indeed very great, as the institution is now 20 times larger than it was then, and our purchases are to be made in a wholesale way. But at the same time I am comforted by the knowledge that God is aware of all of this, and that if this way be for the glory of His name, and for the good of His church and the converted world, I am by His grace willing to go this way, and to do it to the end of my course. The funds were thus fast expended, but God, our infinitely rich treasurer, remains to us. It is this which gives me peace. Moreover, if it pleases Him, with a work requiring about £44,000 a year, to make me do again at the evening of my life what I did from August 1838 to April 1849, I am not only prepared for it, but gladly again I would pass through all these trials of faith, with regard to means, if He only might be glorified, and His church and the world be benefited." Often and often this last point has of late passed through my mind, and I have placed myself in the position of having no means at all left, and 2,100 persons not only daily at the table, but with everything else to be provided for, and all funds gone, 189 missionaries to be assisted, and nothing whatever left, about 100 schools with about 9,000 scholars in them to be entirely supported, and no means for them in hand, about 4 millions of tracts and tens of thousands of copies of the Holy Scriptures yearly now to be sent out, and all the money expended. Invariably, however, with this probability before me, I have said to myself, God, who has raised up this work through me, God, who has led me generally year after year to enlarge it, God, who has supported this work now for more than 40 years, will still help, and will not suffer me to be confounded, because I rely upon Him, I commit the whole work to Him, and He will provide me with what I need, in future also, though I know not whence the means are to come. Thus I wrote in my journal on July the 28th, 1874. The reader will now feel interested in learning how we fared under these circumstances. When I came home last evening, July the 27th, I found letters had arrived which contained £193, among which there was one from a missionary in foreign lands, helped by the funds of this institution, who, having come into the possession of some money by the death of a relative, sent £153 and fourpence for foreign missions. This morning, July the 28th, came in £24 more, so that when I met this afternoon with several of my helpers for prayer for means, and various other matters, such as spiritual blessing upon the various objects of the institution, for more rain in this very dry season, the health of our fellow labourers, etc., we had received, since yesterday afternoon, altogether £217. We thanked God for it, and asked for more. When the meeting for prayer was over, there was handed to me a letter from Scotland, containing £73, 17 shillings and 10pence, and a paper for 13 shillings. This was the immediate answer to prayer for more means. August the 12th. The income for this whole week, since August the 5th, has been £897, 15 shillings, 6pence halfpenny. September the 16th. Just after giving again prayer for the payment of legacies which have been left, I had a legacy receipt sent for the payment of a legacy of £1,800. September the 23rd. Income today, £5,365 13s. 6d, of which there was sent in one donation £5,327 7s. 6d. The Lord be praised.